Hello friends, today we will be learning how to construct a PERT chart for any given project. To construct a PERT chart to any given project, you should be knowing the list of activities for the project, and you should also be knowing the immediate predecessors or the immediate successors of the various activities. These are the activities that I have. These are the immediate predecessors of these activities in the project. And we want to find out the project completion time of the given project. You should also be knowing the durations of the various activities. So before we start constructing the PERT chart for this project, let us try to understand what are the basic informations which will be required while constructing the chart. So in the PERT chart, an activity is always going to be denoted by a directed arrow. A directed arrow. A directed arrow is going to denote an activity in the PERT chart, and an activity will be of two types. A directed solid arrow will be denoting this activity, but you may also sometimes have a directed arrow with dotted lines. And these are called the dummy activities. The dummy activities in the PERT chart is introduced only to show the succedence or precedence relationship of the various activities. A dummy activity will have zero time and zero cost. Its objective in the PERT chart is only to demonstrate the various successors and predecessors of the various activities. And an activity will be always plotted inside two circles, and on this one and the other this one, and it will be plotted inside this. An activity will plot it like this only all the time. The circle at the starting of the activity, we call it the starting event of the activity, and this we call it the ending event of the activities. So the circles are going to denote the events. The events can be of two types: the starting event and the ending event of the various activities. The circles are the events, arrows are the activities. Dotted arrows are the dummy activities which have zero cost and zero time, and the solid arrows are the given activities which will have some time and obviously some cost also. Now let's start constructing the chart. So let us see over here. This activity A, B, C do not have any immediate predecessors. That means these activities are the starting activities. So let me say this activity A. So let me start. This is starting point. This circle, let's say, is starting point of the project. So I'm putting an arrow like this over here. Another arrow in this. Okay, one second. Another arrow in this direction, and another arrow in this direction. These are going to denote the three activities. So this is one activity. This is another activity, and this will be another activity. Make the circle a little smaller. So I said this is activity A. This is activity A. Let me take out the borders. This is activity A. Similarly, this will be B. this will be B, and this will be your activity C. So this let this be B, and let this be C. One second, and let this be C. These are the three activities which started simultaneously from the starting point of the project. The activity A starts over here and over here. These are the starting point of the three activities. These are the ending points of the three activities. Now, to start the next activity D, you need to have A, B, C completed. Only when the A, B, C are completed, you can start activity D. Now, see over here. Over here, you can only confirm about activity A completion. Over here, you can confirm about activity B completion and C completion. At any of these three points, you are not sure of all the three activities are completed by looking into the network. So what we do now is we introduce the dummy activities. So just to demonstrate that the three activities are completed at a point. So let me drop it here. Similarly, let me plot another arrow this side. These are dummy activities, remember. Dummy activities do not have any time and any cost. It's used only to demonstrate the succeedance and precedence of the various. Let me say this is D1. So D1. This is D1, and the other one is D2, dummy 2. This is D2, dummy 2, right? Now, the three activities are completed. A, B, C are completed at this point because the arrows are directing from this A and C. Now, at this point, you are in a position to start D and E simultaneously. So let me start in D and E. Let me say one is going this side and the other is going this side. This is D, this is one, and the other one will be this side, right? So this is one activity and this will be another activity, right? So let me put it here. This will be another activity. So let me say this is D, activity D. Activity D is going this side. Activity, what is the other one? E. E is going this side, right? Now, what is the next activity? F. F can be started only after D. So D is completed over here. F can be started from this point. So let me start F. So to start F, let me copy this arrow. This is activity F. This is F, right? And what next? Activity F. G can be started only after E, and D and E are completed. Another dummy has to be introduced then. So to demonstrate D and E are completed at a point. So let this dummy be directed in this direction. So at this point, activity D as well as activity E are going to be completed, right? So this will be your dummy number 3. This is dummy number 3. Now at this point, you are in a position to start G and H. So let us start G and H. Let this be 1. Let this be the other, right? Now copy the circles. This is another one, right? Where has the dummy gone? This dummy was there. Now, let us say this is one activity. This is another activity. Let this be your G and this be your H, right? What is next activity? I is to be started after if, so I will be started from here. Let me copy the arrow now. I is to be started from here. See, all this I, J, K will be. So what next? J can be started after C, so J will be started over here, right? So let us say this is J. This is I. This will be your J, and the last one will be your K. Now K will be started after H. H is here, so K can be started from here. K can be started. See, now you have plotted all the activities in the network. But the problem over here is you are ending the network at 3 different points, and this is not allowed. The network has to be closed at a single circle. The network is closing at 3 different circles. This will not be allowed. So let us modify this one. Instead of closing this network in 3 different circles, let us close the network in a single circle. For that, what we do is we're closing all the arrows in the circles and removing the other 2 circles. Let us remove this one, right? Let us remove this one. Right, this is how you construct your network. Now the next step is the circles over here, which we call it the events. The events has to have a name. You will have to number the events. Only then you can say the chart is completed. Till the time the events are not numbered, the chart is not completed. Let us see how we number the events. Numbering of events should be started from that particular circle where you do not have any incoming arrow. This is the one where you do not have any incoming arrow. No incoming arrow in this circle, so the first number should be given over here. So let me say I'm starting this numbering from 1. You can start from any number. If you start from 10, then continue 11, 12, 13 like that. If you start from 1, it continued like 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So the first number is given over here. Let's do one thing. Let's complete this numbering the next video because I have only 15 minutes time. It's completing over here. So let's complete this network in the next video. The numbering as well as the finding out of the project completion time using this durations will be done in the next video. Thank you. Please watch the next video to complete this particular project of problems. Thank you.